Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So we have had discussions on the benefits of universal socialized adult education, such as other countries have, and implementing it here in the United States. But the discussion has been somewhat limited as to what the benefits are. So let's take a look. Some points have been raised that are not directly related to the cost of education and the effects it would have. There has been the discussion on, military enrollment and so forth. But there are other things that this would affect. And it hasn't been discussed all that much. So let's take a look at some of the things that this would affect. This would result in fewer students in college relying on athletic scholarships. Athletic scholarships are all fine and good. It wouldn't eliminate them per se, but it would absolutely reduce that. Who actually pays for any scholarship? You do. As a consumer, you pay for those scholarships. So no matter how much you want to cheer for them, it's still coming out of your pocket. And students that go to college on an athletic scholarship, a large part of their attention winds up being focused on the athletic part rather than the scholarship part. And we've had the discussion for decades about how athletes are given preferential treatment. So in education, it's time for that discussion to end. I have no problem if people want to engage in athletic competition. But when they're given preferential treatment, that's an entirely different thing. Schools spend way too much money on athletic programs. And like it or not, that money is taken away from the academic programs. I don't care how much alleged evidence you want to present, we know that this is the truth. Yes, this would absolutely, if we had socialized adult education, yes, it would absolutely reduce military enrollment. You listen to how many military members say that they joined the military for college benefits. Well, they're placing themselves in danger in many respects, including PTSD, but they're going off to other countries to kill other people for corporate profits. There is no debate on this. We know this to be a fact. All right. Excuse me. I'm trying to read my own notes from a few weeks ago, and they're not all that clear. All right. So this would literally open up more jobs, not just in education, but you look how many students are maintaining employment while they are in college just to pay for their expenses while they're in college. Look how many people were, after graduating, work multiple jobs just to pay off their student loans. Well, if you eliminated the need for people to be working multiple jobs or working while full-time while they are in college and trying to maintain a decent GPA, trying to focus on their education. You would improve the quality of education that these students are receiving because they would be able to focus on their education better. You would open up more jobs for people that need them after graduation because they didn't have to work multiple jobs, which leaves that job open for someone else. So this would increase the number of jobs available in the economy. And considering right now, look at all the employers looking for workers, which is driving up wages. Well, if you take away the fact that people would, be working multiple jobs, opening up more jobs, this would drive up wages even better. And this is all aside from the fact that the money that you're not paying into student loans and paying into college tuition would be spent elsewhere in the economy, benefiting the economy, making higher wages more realistic. Okay, so that's another point to consider. But within education itself, it would also increase the number of jobs available, the number of teaching jobs, book printing, construction, maintenance, etc. There would be so many more jobs within the education system that would be created and maintained if we had socialized adult education. All right, workers would have more freedom. As a nurse, I've seen a lot of employers that offer to pay for tuition. Okay, but this is in return for a contract with an employer. And yes, I have seen employers that reneged on those agreements, even though the worker met their obligation under the contract, the employer did not. So this would increase the freedom for professional mobility to move from a bad job or a low-paying job into better jobs, into higher-paying jobs. So this opens up more freedom for professional knowledge, expansion, experience, which justifies these people getting higher wages. And it would make America more competitive on the world market. Just a minute. All right. In addition, socialized adult education would improve public health because people are under so much stress. It would improve their physical health. It would improve their mental health because they are under so much stress. Students under stress, working and going to college. People under stress because of student loans would no longer have this stress imposed upon them, affecting their mental and physical health, affecting their family relationships, affecting their friendships, their social interactions, placing severe limits on them. So this would absolutely have a positive impact on health. In addition, this would decrease the crime rate, especially the property and violent crime rates. Students that are focused, seriously focused, on getting an education, on maintaining a standing in the community without getting, a criminal record, would not be engaging in crimes. And we have no idea how much crime might be committed related to all this debt that is involved. But no matter what, trust me, a serious student in college isn't going to be getting drunk every night, going out and doing drugs, committing property crimes to afford those drugs, etc. So this would decrease the crime rate. People that are of higher education don't get involved by a fraction in petty crimes. Yeah, we can debate white-collar crime all you want to. I'm all on board. Yeah, a man with a briefcase can steal more than any man with a gun. But that's a different issue to be discussing. The average person is not nearly as worried about white-collar crime as they are about having their car broken into, their home invaded, being burglarized, being assaulted. So, this is what people are mostly concerned with. Yeah, they don't feel like they pay for white-collar crime, even though they pay a hell of a lot more for white-collar crime. But if you affect the crime rate, you affect the number of people being incarcerated. That means you pay for fewer jails and prisons. That means that police can focus on actual crimes rather than nonviolent drug crimes or property crimes and things like that. They can actually try to keep our communities safer. These are all very valid discussions that we need to have about universal socialized adult education. And these points have not been discussed nearly enough. So please, you be the one, share this video, discuss these subjects far and wide, because these things are important. All right? If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you.